Hello. Hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, hello there. How is everyone doing? This is the last Wednesday in the year 2022. Could you believe it? Today's December. Yes, December 28, I believe. Yep. And it's the last Wednesday of this year of 2022. And we have had such a great time together, gardening and just having so much fun, learning about the garden and learning about ourselves and our likes and our dislikes, being very intentional in our gardening. And we used our journals and our different information to figure out different things. And those of you that followed along, and we used my journal here, the Intentional Gardening Journal of 2022, to really help us get along and get on our way and to plan. And so now is the time to start that planning. What do I want to grow? What is it that I want to see in my garden for 2023? And but first we need to reflect. We need to go back and see what worked and what didn't work. What was good and what wasn't so great. And from there we could start to build on what we want to see happening, and we can be intentional about our gardens. Well, I want to just say thank you first to everyone who has joined me in these Wednesday lives. What a lot of fun that we've had. Chloe K, hi. How are you? And Yemi, yes. Isn't this amazing how we are now at this point here in 2022, the last Wednesday of the year? It is so amazing how now we have come together almost like full circle to start all over again. But we're not going to be starting over again. We're going to build on what we know before and start to make it even better, to make a better garden. And therefore, we're going to say goodbye to 2022. So long. You did us well. We learned so much. We grew our gardens, and we are excited for what is coming. Hey, Brenna, you made it. Yes, you did. So good to have you come. Hi, I made it today. So glad to see you live. Great, great. So glad that you can be a part of this live that we have today. And just going to recap. There's so much I want to talk about, actually, today. So many things I want to share with you. And I'm just very excited about this session that we're going to have today. It is sort of like a lot of different topics that I want to talk to you all about, and so many new things that I want to also introduce to you as well. And last week, Yami, and also I think it's No Hands on the Deck, what, Dirt, what? I forget his name, but anyway, or her name. There was another person who came in the chat and mentioned aerial gardening. And I did a little research on that and found out that it was similar to the hydroponic gardening and the whole idea of growing things in water. Hey, G Mama Grows. Hello, hello. I'm glad you made it for the last Wednesday. Grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow together. We have grown together. I have seen so much growth in all of you, all of us. Hello, Sonia. Woo! We have grown so much. We have come so far. You know that's right. You know, that song is an old Baptist song. We've come this far by faith. Yes, leaning on the Lord. Yes, we're leaning on God to help us to grow stuff, because yeah, we can't do it on our own. And it's so I am thankful. I am thankful for you all, because we learned a lot together, and I just feel so good. Hey, Yankee Sister Thelma, yay! Woo! And I had just been so excited. And yeah, Brenna is here with us, everybody. Yes, and Chloe came. Chloe, trusting in His holy word. Yes. Yeah, so gardening has been such a pleasure. It has been great for the mind, the body, the soul, and the spirit. All of it, all of it. Why? Because we're getting back to nature. We're getting back to our foundational roots. Where is Rambo? He would tell us that we need to get back to the soil, get back to the earth, Mother Earth, and touch it. And it does make you a better person. I think gardening, those who have really embraced the garden, or just growing something, that you found yourself actually becoming more observant about life, much more aware, that you are able to feel more joy, more happiness, because you're not limited by just the everyday humdrum. You have something to expect. Your expectation has actually risen. And so this has been a wonderful time. And then also, the best part of this all is that we have grown community, that I have you all as my gardening friends, and that I don't have to just explore and experience this by myself, but that I actually have you all to become excited with me. Hey, Deborah, Theodore, how are you? Hello. Yes, you are here. So good to have you here. I'm starting to recognize plants from their leaves. Woohoo! Yeah, Team Mama. That's fantastic. Yeah, and so our knowledge is expanding. And you know what that says, G Mama, that you're becoming an expert in your own right. You're becoming an expert in your own garden. And you know what works and what doesn't work, what is best for you. And that is what is so good about gardening, that it is collective, but yet it is so, but is yet is individual as well. That you gain a collective wisdom or knowledge, but yet you have that knowledge that is unique to your garden. That makes your garden your garden. This is your plot of land. This is yours. You individually can figure it out. And it's exciting. It's so exciting. G Mama got exactly get excited when I recognize a plant by its leaves. Yes, she does, Deborah. Yeah, and so we need to continue to grow on this. And I was sharing or about to share what Yami was talking about, which was the hydro, the aero garden, and and I saw this article. It said this: what what can you grow with an aero garden? An aero garden is actually a combination of gardening, grow lights, putting the two together. I learned that I prefer bush to vining plants. Yeah. Okay, Chloe, that's great. That's great. Um, and so uh, you can they have this here, how to use an aero garden, so that you can learn this system. But you know what, there are other, I'm just trying to find the top of the article. There are many people finding different ways to grow food. What is an arrow garden and how does it work? Yeah. So there are articles out there, but the whole idea is that you can continue going. Yes, indeed. Me too, so Glory. Best for container gardening. Yeah, that you can grow food indoors without using soil, but it's almost hydroponic. Brampton Gardener, hi. How are you? You're here. That's good, Chloe. I want to grow more bush plants in my small front yard garden. Yes, yes. So, so there's so many different ways that we can grow food. We can grow food indoors. We can grow herbs and different plants using this method where you use water to help you grow things. And it's just exciting. The whole idea of growing food, growing your own natural food. And then people are doing um, what do they call it? Microgreens. Yeah, growing microgreens to get their nutrients in and things like that. So it is so much to learn, so much to do. I have a system called Click and Grow. It works like the aerial garden. Oh, wow. So you're coming up with your own method, G Mama. Oh, no, I still haven't planted my amaryllis. Ha, ha, ha. Rachel, that's all right. It's never too late, baby. It's never too late. Never too late to grow. Just get some dirt and put it in there. Or you could do it with water gardening. Just put it in a little, put some rocks at the bottom. Get a clear vase or a jar or something. Put some rocks in the bottom, add a little water, and put the bulb in the water. And don't let it smother it with the water. Just at the bottom of the roots. Let it sit on the bottom of the roots, and then it will grow. It will grow from the water, right? Because all of the nutrients is in the bulb. Yeah, and I did that actually with garlic. Last year, I used the same container that I have here that I had with the tulips, that it was in the glass vase, and I put the garlic in the water, but you just rest it on top. You don't submerge the bulb in the water. You just allow it just to skim the roots, and the roots will find the water, and it will grow roots, and it will grow. It's the same thing with the amaryllis bulbs, or if you want to do tulips, or forced tulips in your home. So try that method. Yeah, the water method is just it's amazing. You don't have to use soil. And you know what I really like about the fact that you could use the water instead is because of those pesky gnats. I remember I had a beautiful garden in my office. I had these tall windows, beautiful garden. I had so many wonderful indoor plants and vines, and it was just, I really had a big, beautiful ficus tree. It was a shrub, and then it turned into a tree, grew really tall, about seven. The ceilings were really tall in my office because it was an old building, and it grew into a tree. But the problem was the fungus gnats. Oh my goodness, my office, I tried to fumigate it. I was trying to grow a lemon tree and an orange tree. And, it was becoming like an atrium in my office. It was just beautiful. I loved it. The children loved coming into it and so forth. But those gnats just took over. Oh, it was so terrible. And I tried fumigating. So the whole point is that growing in the home, when you're growing in soil, that is something that you have to consider too. So the benefits, I think, of actually water growing hydroponics is that you don't run the risk of that because you are able to change the water, right? And you don't need soil, and things can grow that way. And so that is one of the things. I have so much to share with you all today. It's amazing. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to follow up with the Arrow Garden that Yemi had mentioned, that that's how he's growing things, the hydroponic way. And it's really good to think about that too, that if you don't have a lot of, well, yeah, you could put it in your house for your lemon tree inside, but be very careful. Like if you're bringing it in from the inside out, make sure that you kind of check out to make sure that you don't overwater it, right? And spray it for any pests, right? Spray it for any pests. Yeah, and that will help to keep it. Yes, water, try winter bottle sowing because of gnats. I don't want to deal with them. Yes, yes, you all are ahead of me. That's exactly what yes, I'm studying some aero gardening plants for the first time. That's good, Chloe. Yeah, so let me just kind of work through this. Everything that you all mentioned just now in the chat is everything that I wanted to talk about in our time together today. Yes, I sprayed with neem before I brought it in. Great, great, great. Good, good, good. And don't overwater it. Don't overwater it. And if you start to see that, they have these strips that you can get that you can put in and it will capture the gnats and hopefully you won't have that problem. What I had to do with my lemon tree was shake off all of the soil and repot it and put fresh soil and start all over again and try not to over water it. And then I had to spray all of the plants and kind of fumigate the place to remove those bugs, the gnats. Eventually they disappeared, but it took a while. It took a little while. And I felt so embarrassed, especially because in my office when I would have parents come in and different people come in. And I knew those gnats were biting them. Oh, it was something else. Okay, soak the soil with the neem also, and they'll require another treatment. Yeah, yeah, it does work. It does work. But if you could avoid getting them at all at in the first place, try and do that. Okay, so the arrow gardening, I wanted to bring up the arrow gardening. That is another way that one can grow food in your home, that you can start with herbs and different things in your home. I can't handle the smell of neem in instant gag reflex. Yeah, so, try to avoid whatever it is, yeah, that you can, so that you can make gardening fun. You don't want to make it a chore. And that's why I kind of like this idea of hydroponic gardening. I think it's such an exciting thing to do, and especially because we all are we kind of want to get started on gardening. We want to get things going in our gardens. So yes, the gnats have invaded. I'm hooking up a bug snapper. Yes. Hydrocarbon peroxide soil soaking ratio works the same way. Okay, good. See, look at that. G Mama knows what she's talking about. She's going to help us to avoid that pest. I'm glad I mentioned it. See, we're growing together. We're growing together. So the arrow gardening is a good way to start to garden too. I tried the H2O too. It never works 100%. The sticky traps help too. Yeah. So I think that having a combination of different things will help you to avoid that problem. I water my large plants in the sink or tub to keep the gnats down. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so any tricks of the trade that you all have, just put it in the chat there and share it so that if anyone is experiencing those gnats, that they can at least try something and have a solution. But one of the things that I wanted to also bring to your attention is that my fig tree, I think I did bring it to your attention last week, but I wanted to talk about it again with you And you could see here in the background that I have two more sticks of the fig tree. Remember that time that I had cut the fig tree leaves and shoots and brought it in because I wanted to make some kind of bouquet for you all? And I decided, I noticed that they were starting to gain roots, and so that I I left them in the water and here in a warm spot because it's close to the warmth and the light, and it's not getting direct light, that they started to root. And this particular one really rooted. It is so beautiful. Um, and I wanted soil. I got myself some soil, some potting soil, because I didn't want to leave it in the roots in the water for long. I knew that it was going to need some soil soon. So I was able then to pot it up. Oops. Let me see. How can I do this? Yeah, I was able to pot it up. And so I got this, I have this plastic. It's just one of these containers. I needed a pot and I couldn't find a good one. I wanted something with some depth. And so I just got myself my little mots, which I'm saving for the bottle, for the winter sowing. And I just took it and recycled it and used it as a pot, put some holes in the bottom, put the soil in, and I put the fig tree cutting inside, planted it. And look at it. Look at how it's growing. So nice. It's getting its leaves. And I started off with the winter, with the waters. Put your cuttings are doing good. Yes, they are. And I was trying to help it so much. So I put it directly in the sun, in the sunny spot by the window. And I found that it was too much sun for it. The leaves were starting to get brown at the end. Then I started overwatering it. That was another thing causing the leaves to brown. Then I said, no, I am not going to do that. This is actually knows how to grow on its own. Just leave it here on the table. It's near the window. It's warm enough. And don't overwater it. Don't kill your plant, Catherine. As I was telling myself. And look at how beautiful it's growing. It's going to make it, it's a nice little seedling. Isn't it? It's so cute. I like the clear container because then I'm going to be able to see the roots when it grows, and then I will know then to transplant it. So by the spring or maybe early summer, what I'm hoping to do is to put it in a ceramic pot, to get a nice ceramic pot and put it in there in the ceramic pot, and then I can put it out on the deck and allow it to continue growing. But right now, I have two more. That's bigger than a seedling. Well, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I have two more growing here, and they're starting to get roots. Now, what I did was I also had a little bit of the water-soluble fertilizer. The Miracle Grow, my husband had Miracle Grow that he was using for the annuals and so forth, like the, what do they call them? The impatiens. So I just put a little bit of fertilizer, of the water-soluble fertilizer. I was looking for my, the good one, the, what do they call it? The, not the the organic. I was looking for some of my organic fertilizer, but I couldn't find it. My Roberta's organic fertilizer, I couldn't find it. But I wanted to feed it, so I gave it Miracle Grow. So forgive me for using Miracle Grow. And I just put a little bit of water. I put a little bit of that in some water, mixed up the water. And when I changed the water, I put it in the in the container there. And I think it really helped. You just have to put just a little bit because you want to also aerate the water. You want to make sure that they're getting oxygen, the roots are getting oxygen, and that there is also getting some kind of nutrients, you know. And that's the same thing with this aero gardening, that if you buy the kit, from what I understand, if you buy the kit, the aero gardening kit, that there is that it provides you with the knowledge of when to fertilize or give your system some nutrients. It says this system is a gardening instrument that uses the concepts of hydroponic and aeroponics to grow plants in your living room. The neatly tuned system delivers nutrients and water to the roots of the plants without the need for soil. The plants usually thrive suspended above the water, while the additional nutrients from the air and fertilizer allow them to grow exceptionally. And so it's the same thing with um, growing, growing different shoots and seedlings and things like that. So I think things that work well with that is like if you have hardwood cuttings, that if you have certain hardwood cuttings will grow well in this method. Bulbs like garlic bulbs, and tulips and flowers, things like that. The 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 am the the flowers that we're growing here and so forth, that they will grow in the water. So you could check that out. We could do some more study on that. But I found this to be a wonderful way. Now this is, someone asked, this is my Chicago fig, or my fig tree that I got. Outside there, my fig tree. I was just cutting some cuttings, and it, as I said, it actually was able to root on its own. You could do this also with herbs, like if you have cuttings of mints and so forth, you could put it in water, they will root. There's some plants that root very well from water, and mints do that as well. And then you can plant them out. So that is another way of getting started too. So let me see, who was saying something? I have some of the tea tree soap. Wait a moment. Let me see. I have some of the excuse me, I have some of the tea tree soap. Could I use that? G Mama Gross X Yankee Sister. Tea tree is better. Smells don't bother me much. G Mama says yes, indeed, Yankee Sister. Make sure you use filtered water too. Chicago Hardy, yes, that's the fig tree that I had. Yes, indeed, I've been rooting my pineapple sage like a crazy plant lady. Pineapple sage, yes. I wish I had taken some of my pineapple sage planting and did that too, but it's really great for herbs. If you want to start them from water, with the water system, excuse me, that is another way that you can also start plants. I like this. I just find this so interesting and so exciting to see the plant root and to actually see the leaves come up. So I clipped just from the top. I was just trimming it from the top. So if any of you have a fig tree or anything like that, you can take cuttings from it and plop them in water, and they will root. Yeah, so this is from my fig tree cuttings. Chicago Hardy fig, the Bensonhurst. It was called the Bensonhurst fig tree. And it can also root like that. Now, like some of you, if you have the pussy willow trees, they also root. There's certain trees that love water and that will root easily if placed in water. So that is another way of growing things. And hydroponics is just interesting. I have a brown turkey and a Chicago Hardy too. Yes. Yeah, and if you wanted to grow, there are people on YouTube who actually take cuttings and they sell the cuttings. I saw that with one particular video. When did you do it? I still have one outside. Can I still take cuttings now? I don't think now. I think it's cold now, but in the springtime, you'll probably be able to do that. Remember last year, I had my not last yeah last year 2021. My fig tree did so well. I had so many figs and so forth, and then it something happened and it died back, and I thought it was dead, and it didn't grow. Oh, so all that wood I was going to cut to give cut it back and trim it back and everything, and I was saying, oh, I'll do that in the spring, and the tree, the fig tree died back, that it didn't grow, and then it grew fresh new leaves, right? Fresh new stems, and it's from that. I said, let me cut some of it, and I was actually bringing in because I wanted to share with you all the leaves, to make my bouquet. But it was too cold for me to be outside, so I brought it in, and that's how I discovered this again for now. So hopefully next year, hopefully the winter won't be so bad, or whatever it is that caused it to not grow back, that it will come back again. But this is a good backup, I think, to take cuttings. So next year, next year, 2023 coming up, if you do any kind of cutting or trimming of your fig tree, save the cuttings and put them in water and see if you could start again. Yeah, and see if you can develop it. Try it out. G Mama says, I have this award branch I wanted to remove anyways. Consider it cut. Definitely. All right. Yankee says, I'll wait until it comes out of dormancy. Yes. Yeah, see, you got the right term too, Thelma. That's great. That's great. But yeah, I was so excited about this. And I keep, what I'm doing? I'm just talking to it, telling it how much I love it, and saying to it that I want you to grow into a beautiful tree, and I want you to bear fruit. Do you hear me, fig tree? I want you to bear fruit. Do you all talk to your plants? Do you all talk to your plants? Well, I decided I'm going to talk to this fig tree. Fig tree, you must grow and bear much fruit, okay? You talk to your plants too, G Mama? Does it listen to, are they listening to you? Are they growing the way you want them to grow? Well, I've been talking to this. I'm telling this fig tree that you better grow. Oh yeah, I talked to you do, Rachel? It's gonna become my best friend. Yeah, it better grow. Play classical music for them to grow. Okay, Yummy. Well, I play a lot of gospel and I play a lot of classical. I'll add some classical to it too as well, so that it will grow. But I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about the other two. I said they too must grow also. I want all three of them. And you remember when I bought the containers? That's the time when I bought the containers. I have the containers here, and I never really got any put any plants in it. I just have a basket filled with pumpkins and things in it. So what I'm hoping is that they will grow big, and that I'll be able to put them in the containers that I have here, and maybe keep one in the house as a house plant, and then maybe the others will go out into the yard or so forth. Just kidding. I play music for my plants also. You do too, G Mama? Well, that's good. That's good. Um, so that's one of the things. So growing things with water is a good thing as well. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention, for those of you that were asking me about the water sowing, the winter, getting ready to winter sow. Yes, Deborah, I am getting ready to winter sow, and I have been gathering my bottles. Now, I love this. My family, they love this Mott's apple juice. And so I love the container because it's a clear container. It has a nice top. And the whole idea of winter bottle sowing and jug sowing is that you're creating a little like greenhouse for the seedlings. And it is a good way to get started so that you can start to plant your seeds. So I've got a couple of these already that I've been gathering, and then also I have the water jugs too, the jugs that I am starting to collect as well. As I said, I prefer this. I prefer these versus this, but this works well too as well. I just think because I can get to see what's happening better, it's clear and I can see what's happening. The other thing that I did last year was that I got a big plastic container, and I used that to add an extra layer of protection for the jugs. I just felt that that wasn't enough, and having it there like that, I just felt that it needed a little bit more so that they could grow, especially if the temperatures dropped down very cold. So but it is a good way to get started, especially with those cold hardy crops. If you want to start planting out in your cold hardy plants. Frances, just wanted to pop in and say hi to all you wonderful gardening people. Hello, Francesca. How are you? Yes, thank you for stopping by. So I have a lot of notes here. Let me just get through some of this. And for those of you who are interested in winter sowing, so getting ready to winter sow, excuse me, the benefits of winter sowing, one is seed starting indoors can be difficult. And I don't know about you, but yes, yeah, amaryllis plant is looking wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, isn't it wonderful? I mean, it's growing tall. It hasn't flowered yet, but it's growing. And this amaryllis is going to have two flowers. One's going to have two flowers. I can see the flowers stalks coming up, and some with leaves. So it's doing its thing, and it'll probably be there. It's going to be there for January. I'll have flowers. But if you continue to visit me with that, which I know you will, I will be so excited to let you know when it blooms. But yeah, that's where we are right now with the amaryllis. And I had asked the question, will it bloom for Christmas? Well, no, it didn't. And will it make it for New Year's? Who knows? But definitely afterwards. Yankee Sister said, my grandson's amaryllis is about to open. Wow! Fantastic, fantastic. Mine isn't looking like it's ready to open yet, but it is definitely going to flower, and so I'm excited. I'm excited about that. All right, getting back to water jug sowing, getting ready to winter sow. So some of the benefits of winter sowing is that if you don't have any room in your house, well, then this is another way of getting started. Seed starting indoors can be difficult. And if you don't have grow lights and you don't have other things, you don't have a room to dedicate to that space, and a place with good lighting, and you don't have the trays and all of that, then starting seeds indoors can be difficult. I don't know if you know Soil and Margaritas. She has a wonderful channel. I forget her name, but she's in Indiana, Zone 5A or something like that. And Soil and Margaritas. I don't know if you know her. She has a really beautiful Instagram, and so oh yes, Roxana, yes, Roxanne, and she is so diligent with her indoor sewing. It's just amazing. And she's done so many good videos on starting plants inside and gardening, starting with that process. But even for her, she says she's tired of doing that, and when she had to take the plants in and out to stratify and her plants for stratification and vernalization, all of that whole process, that it was a lot of work when she had to take them from the indoors to the outdoors, and allowing the plants or seedlings to become acclimated to the outside. Well, you kind of avoid all of that when you do winter sowing. You get to avoid that because the bottles are already outside. And indoor conditions may hinder germination because they're not getting enough sunlight. They're not getting enough of air circulation and all of that. Whereas if you're bottle sowing and they're outside, you don't have the tops on so that the seedlings inside will get air. They also will get natural moisture from the rain or snow, and they kind of like take care of themselves. It just makes it so much easier. Yankee Sister said, plants that need stratification do fantastic with this process. Exactly, Thelma, Yankee Sister. So it just makes it so much easier to actually do this winter bottle sowing. Many seeds need to go through vernalization, they call it, which is exposure of seeds to low temperatures to encourage seed production or flowering. And stratification is treating seeds to encourage natural conditions seeds need to experience for germination. G Mama says, I may want to try some flowers like this. I think that's a wonderful idea, G Mama. I think that's a wonderful idea. Rachel said, on a year, my snapdragons did amazing. One year they did awful. Ha ha ha. Yeah, well, like with anything, some years they do better. Some things do better sometimes more than others. Okay, I'll try more root vegetables and some brassicas. I didn't have success with this winter. Yeah, so that's great, Deborah, because that's exactly what is good. The natural cold treatment, because they are kept outdoors during the winter, you don't have to worry about that because it's just a natural cold treatment that happens because they're already outside anyway. Seedlings will be thicker, stronger, and healthier because they're getting the real sun. So you don't have to worry about sun. Like in my home, it's kind of, we're indoors. I have curtains. My home isn't really designed for big windows and so forth as far as letting in light. But when the seedlings are outside, they're already out in the sun, and we have passed the winter solstice, right? December 21st, so that the days are gonna get longer. The sunny days, the sun is coming back, so your plants will get the sun. Isn't that fantastic? Yes, the dark days are behind us. It's gonna get brighter and brighter, people. Yes, more sun, more sun. Isn't that fantastic? Find a south-facing area outside. That's right, Thelma. Seedlings will be thicker, stronger, and healthier, getting real sunlight. Woo, woo, woo. Sunlight, sunlight. Woo, woo, woo. Sunlight. Brampton Garden, that's what I want. It's lots of broccoli. Yes, yes. So there's less chance of getting fungus gnats or dampening off disease. Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier about the fungus gnats and the dampening off. I remember I wanted to start some seedlings inside, and they grew, but then they grew so leggy. They got fungus gnats. They ended up dying at the roots. It was so discouraging. Um, Brampton says, I have to wait until Costco gets their Pro Mix bales in because all of my soil will be frozen. Ha ha ha. Yeah, but that's okay. With the Costco getting that, that's all right. That's all right because this process actually works well in January and February. So the reason why I'm bringing it up is so that you can start looking out for what you need, what seeds you want to order. I know a lot of you are starting to gain your catalogs, and you may want to gather your catalogs, and you may want to get your seeds. What seeds do you want to plant? So this is really just the planning stage. I just wanted to awaken your interest and get you started to think, getting you started in thinking about what you want to grow and how soon you want to grow it. So I've already got some soil, but I want to buy no more seed buying from me. I'm done. But that's good. So now you can decide on, Rachel, what seeds you want to start first with the bottle method. What do you want to get started first? Good to know. I didn't know Costco sold Pro Mix. Well, that's good to know. That's good. We're sharing info. Okay, I have to get busy and start some seeds. I want to get some sown before the new year. Well, the thing is that remember, you're not going to be able to plant them out just yet in the garden. So you don't want to start too soon. You want to start just at the right time. So January actually is January is in a couple of days, right? There you go. January, February. You know when I know that it's time to really get started on this is when I get my Dollar Tree seeds. When the Dollar Tree seeds come in January, February, I know it's time to get started with planting and to do this. And it will go faster. I just uploaded my new seed haul video. Oh, that's great. Everyone go and visit Rachel, Brampton Gardner. And because she's really good with this whole idea of seeds and seed starting and growing things from seed. She did so much, well, until 2023 at least, ha ha ha. Yeah, so you've check out what she's doing. I think that Rachel is a wealth of knowledge with seeds and seed starting, and that's something that she has a passion for. So check her out. I am going to be checking you out, Rachel. Less chance of getting fungus. So start planting season. This helps you to start planting season earlier. And then also you have more space outside. You don't have to worry about space because you have place outside. You have place, you have more space outside. And I have my deck, right? And so what I'm thinking of is that I have my my greenhouse that I use to plant my seedlings in. I'm going to set it up early, and I could also put the bottles in there. I don't know, because they won't get any water. So yeah, I might not be able to do that just yet, but we'll see how we go, how well it works out. No need to grow lights and trays. Very little equipment and uses recycling material. That's the other good thing with the bottle, with the winter sowing, is that you save your bottles. You can have other clear bottles or water jugs, and it's one and done. Just get yourself some soil, some potting soil, and the seeds, and just put it together, some tape, and you're going to also need a marker because you're going to need to mark what you've planted and when you planted it. and just leave it out there and check it every now and then to make sure that they don't dry out. And watch it grow. Watch it grow. Something to look forward to. Something to get you outside and get some fresh air, right? And then when it gets warmer, like in March, you'll be able to plant out your brassicas, your winter crops, the crops that grow in that like the cold weather, or that can grow during, like radishes, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, lettuce, spinach, peas, beets, and kale. Those are good plants to do this with. Vegetables. Your annual flowers, the good flowers that work well with this are like poppies, amaranth, larkspur, calendula, marigolds, cosmos. My verbena, Verberiensia, grew really well. I used that last year. I also did daisies, the oops. My Chasta daisies, I did water bottle sowing with my Chasta daisies. What else did I? Yeah, I did other perennials. Perennials are good to do winter bottle sowing with perennials that may need a little bit more. I'm hoping my radishes can still go to seed after this weather. Oh, well, I don't know, G Mama, but you can, there's trial and failure. You just try it and see. Um, so seeds best for winter sowing. So Deborah, seeds that are best for winter sowing are like cold season vegetables, hardy annuals, native perennials. Seeds that need to be sown indoors for about 8 weeks or more before last frost may also be ideal for winter sowing. Coneflowers, yeah. Chasta daisies, yes. Seeds that need to be sown indoors for about 8 weeks. If it tells you to get started indoors 8 weeks before your zone, what do they call it? You know how your growing zone, the average last frost date in spring, you can start 8 weeks ahead of time. Like last year, remember in my journal, I wrote down that my average last frost date in spring was May 1st. So 8 weeks before that, I could start the bottle sowing outside with a lot of things. And some of the things that we can get started on are like the Swiss chard, kale, cabbage. That's a great way to measure. Yeah. What did you say? That's a great way to measure what to sow. Yeah. My cornflowers caught some type of fungus. I doubt they'll be back. Yeah. Well, try some new ones, G Mama. Yeah, coneflowers are good. The daisies. What else is there? Black Eyed Susans. You could get started with them. Yeah. So like kale, Swiss chard. What I would like to start with this bottle sown would be okra. For some reason, I would like to start like maybe in March, my okra seeds in March, and do it like this with the winter seeds with some protection. And then hopefully by June, there will be big enough plants that I can put them out when the weather's really warm, that I can put them out into the garden, but give them a head start. So that's what I'm thinking about, like with okra. This is why I've been getting perennial flower seeds to try. Yeah, perennial seeds, I think is really a good thing to try with this with this winter. I keep saying water because it's in a bottle, but the winter gardening or winter sowing, I think that is a good idea. perennials like poppies, um, and what else do I have here? So my okra this year grew 5 to 6 feet tall in my garden. I had never grew it before, but I love its taste. Oh wow, that's great, Francesca. I really would love my okras. It seemed like they didn't have enough time to grow. So that's something that I think I would like to try and see if I can start early with them. But the vegetables that are good to start with this bottle sowing would be cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, lettuce, spinach, peas, beets, kale, cabbage, those sorts of plants. Um, but like squashes, it's better to direct sow the squash in the direct, so like pansies, yeah, that would be good, pansies and so forth. But to direct sow the squash, it's better to do that. So plants like that's not a good thing. I'm going to grow onions from seeds, so they will hopefully adapt to my location. Then I will have the varieties I love, and I won't have to hunt for them the year. Okay, Chloe, that's a great idea. Yeah, I have to start my okra way sooner, said Rachel. My okra isn't 1 foot tall and it's flowering. It's a dwarf okra. Okay, okay. G Mama. Rachel said, hey, Deborah, email me at bramptongardner@gmail.com. I'll send you some straw flower seeds. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, so I have not gotten my Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds catalog yet, but this is one that I had from before. This is 2020s. I kind of saved them. So it's a good thing to just go in and look and see what you want to get started with. And then you can also go online and check them out, like the Brussels sprouts, maybe starting Brussels sprouts. Yeah, and beets, your Brussels sprouts, getting them started. Um, let's see, what else? Any kind of cabbages, right? And see what you want to start with. What do you want to begin with? But like I would say, like the blueberries and the carrots. I think I would prefer to direct sow. Somebody asked about carrots. I think I would prefer to direct sow carrots, and you could start planting carrots like in March when the soil is workable. Because I remember last year, M.I. Gardner, he said some of these things you don't have to winter sow like this. The winter sowing, that you can actually direct sow by like March and February, like carrots and so forth. I said I wasn't growing Brussels again, but I want to try those red Brussels. Yeah, yeah. I noticed that quite a few seeds varieties are not available at Baker Creek that were sold in previous years. Oh, you do? Why does it take so long for New England to get their Baker Creek? I don't know. I don't know, Thelma. But you know what? In the Walgreens, in past years they had the full catalog, and I just keep going and looking to see if they've received it. I believe by January. I think we're just so anxious to get started. But you can always go online too and check things out. The Oriental greens and cabbages. Some of these you can direct sow by, you can direct sow in the ground like in March, because they're cold weather crops anyway. But the thing is that of course when you're direct seeding, they have to take time. Whereas if you do the winter sowing, you can actually plant them in the ground and then give them some kind of protection. So in a way, in a sense, you get to stagger your growth. Um, I think with the cold weather crops, you'll get to stagger them. I definitely am excited about growing my dinosaur kale. And I'm excited about that because I didn't grow any last year. So I'm going to direct sow, I mean, not direct sow, I'm going to winter bottle sow my dinosaur kale so that I'll have some in the ground like in March. And then I'm going to also sow them as well. Gee, Mama, Gardens Army, good night, Miss Catherine, gardening friends. You made it before we ended. Woo! I was wondering where you were. Yes, good night, Miss Catherine and gardening friends. Beverly is here. Yeah. So, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So we're going to just continue to, continue to discover what is best. And you might want to check out some other, a bit late, that's okay. You might want to check out other videos. And when we come together in the new year, in 2023, get ready to share and put in the chat what you've learned so that we can get started. I have not forgotten, G Mama, that you want to learn about herbs and that we want to grow an herb garden. I did purchase last year, I think it was this book, The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. And I have not forgotten what we've talked about. So I want to look at this because I want us to start, because that might be a good thing for us to start with the bottle seed growing. Yeah, that I hope that will work out for us. Yeah, so check it out. And we're going to, because that might be a great, for the winter sowing, to sow our herbal seeds like thyme and oregano and some of these other seeds that might be like hops and other things, borage, that are like perennial, common flax, holy basil. Yeah, I want to do the holy basil. I thought we were doing a tea garden. Yes, the herbs are what makes teas. You could make the teas with the herbs. Yes, lemon thyme, lemon verbena, lovage, longwort, oregano. Yes. So we'll, that's the other thing. If you want their particular, yeah, I do have borage seeds. You do? Yeah, oh, okay. Yes, because the teas are made up of mints, and different herbs that they put together and make combinations and stuff. And then they dry it. Yeah, so we'll make a list of herbs that we can also do the winter bottle sowing and get started on it early. Yeah, perfect, Deborah. Now you have to wait till I get to the post office for more stamps. I have a few cards. Cards are ready to go that need stamps too. Okay, my aunt-in-law keeps her seeds in a freezer. Yeah, I have borage seeds too. You do? Oh, that's good. Yeah, so we can, yes, herbs are good. I'm waiting for my journal. That's good, Yankee sister. Yeah, I made 2 journals, right? One of the journals that I made with the flowers, that one, I'm going to have to redo it. And I think, Deborah, you had ordered that one. But when I got my copy, I did not like what I saw. So I might have to work something out with you on that because I didn't like it. And I'm going to redo it. So I took it out of publication. But the other one, my 2023 journal is on its way. Hopefully, I will receive it by next week, just in time for the new year. Yeah. Well, the thing is this. I noticed the printing on the flower, the other one that is shaped like this one. Um, I got it. I didn't like how it came out, but I'm going to update it, and I promise you that if you get that one, I will send you the new updated one when I publish it out. But you can get started with that one. It's still workable. It's still workable, but I was a little disappointed. But the new one that I have, the other one, there's two of them actually. One I had published before, and then there's another one. The other one that has the pot, that one is good. That one came out good. And that one should be coming soon. But anyway, yes, Sonia, I don't sow any of this year and tried to. What did you do? No, I can't wait. Gardening has taught me patience. Good. Gee, Mama. Let me see if I could pull it up. That's what I get for rushing. Anyway, but I'll talk more about this later. I don't have it here. But anyway, hey, Sonia, don't hurt the harvest. Don't hurt the harvest. We talked about aerial gardening. Yes. Earlier on, and thank you for sharing that information. But don't worry, I am going to be sharing more about the journaling. I hope your book sales are doing well. We'll see how things go. But yes, everything is an adventure, and we'll see how things work out with it. But yeah, I am so glad to have you all here with me. And I have an orange hat tomato growing. Woo! Night, G Mama. Gotta run. I'll catch y'all later. Bye, G Mama. We're about to end now. That's true. So let me just sing for you. Grow, 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 grow together with Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together with Catherine's Garden and Home. Grow, 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 grow together. And grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together with Catherine's Garden and Home. Yes. And I just want to thank you for such a beautiful, beautiful gardening season for 2022. Thank you so much. You made it possible. Let's all give each other a hand. Yes, give each other a hand. Yeah, watch the replay. It was good. It was good. We had a great time together. You make my gardening experiences rich. It was so good to see everybody. Happy New Year, my wonderfuls. Yes, I won't see you. Woo-hoo. Yes, Saturday. Yes, Sunday is a brand new year. Happy New Year in advance. Woo! As we grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Catherine's Garden and Home. Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, yeah, Catherine's Garden and Home. Get ready to winter sow. Get ready to grow. Get ready to grow, 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 grow together. Grow, grow together. With Catherine's Garden and Home. Catherine's Garden and Home. Grow, grow, Deborah. Grow, grow, Sonia. Grow, grow, Rachel. Grow, grow, G-Mama grows. Grow, grow, Yummy. Grow, grow, Yankee sister. Grow, grow, Francesca. Grow, grow, Chloe. Grow, grow. Grow, grow, don't hurt the harvest. Grow, grow, don't hurt the harvest. Grow, grow, yummy. Grow, grow, Brahma. Grow, grow, everyone. Grow, grow, Brenda. Grow, grow, G-Mama grows. Grow, grow, gardens are me. Grow, grow, everyone. Grow, grow, yeah, and me. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. All right, in Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, yeah, in Catherine's Garden and Home. And Happy New Year. Yeah, we're going to have fun this year growing together. I'm just so excited. And I am so proud of each and every one of you, how you have just grown in knowledge and you're not afraid. And so many of you have started your own channels, and you have fans, you have subscribers, you have friends, you have community. I mean, life is good, and you're eating well, you're stronger, you're braver, you're smarter. Give yourselves a hand. Woo, what a great year it has been. We have so much to be thankful for. And this year is coming up is a year of abundance, prosperity. I wish you the very best. Abundance, prosperity. I wish you knowledge, increase. This tribe here is awesome. Yes, we are. Yes, I pray that you will flourish, that you will flourish, you will flourish, you will flourish with many blessings, and that you will have so much that you'll be able to give to others. This is a year of coming up. 2023 is a year of abundance so that you'll be able to serve others, right? That's what this is all about. That we don't keep this to ourselves, but that we become ones who are able to share and enrich and to improve the lives of other people that are around us as well. Yeah. And the more that we're blessed, the more that we become a blessing to others. Yes. Give with love. Yes, Brenna. Woo! Yay! I'm so excited. Yes, we're going to have a great year. And we're going to be healthier and stronger and wiser. Yes, I'm eating too well. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, Brampton Gardner. You know, that's so true. Overabundance shall bless us to the overflow so we can share the harvest. Yes, that is so true, Rachel, that we are actually eating so good. I mean, I go into the supermarket and the only things I have to buy are my meats, and that's about it, pretty much. And maybe some pasta, maybe a little bit of flour or something like that. But as far as produce is concerned, no, I just go out into my garden. And soon, hopefully, my fruit trees will start to bear fruits that I don't have to, go out and go to the supermarket for apples and pears and plums. I'm just waiting for my food forest to grow. out and to actually start to produce. But in the meantime, the vegetables are there, the flowers are there. I don't have to buy all of that. Yeah, so we're becoming self-sufficient and healthier for it too. Yes. So everyone have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening and enjoy your new year. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the new year for 2023, and that we'll have more than enough, a full bounty. Yes, we will. Yes, we'll have a full bounty. Well, so much. Thank you so much for coming and joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And let us just keep growing together and uplifting one another. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And yeah, so see you soon. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, as we grow, 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 grow together with Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, peace, Yami. Thank you, Yami, for all the hearts. You're so wonderful. Have a great, bye, everybody. Woo! Thank you, Thelma. Good evening, Miss Catherine and Garden Family. Thank you, Sonia. You're such a blessing to me. Yes, and don't forget to give me my thumbs up. So if you like this video, like this time together, make sure that you give me a like so that it will draw more people to the channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for more videos as we share this growing season coming up, 2023. Woo! Happy New Year! Bye!